Boruto chapter 51 is a special one. You know the hype is real when the Shonen Jump app literally crashes from fans rushing to check it out, along with of course Dragon Ball fans who are excited to read their latest chapter as well. The chapter is titled Sacrifice, and while no sacrifice happened in this chapter, it was the theme for both sides of the battle. To begin, we start off right where we ended last time, with Boruto confidently announcing to Ishiki that he knows he can't be killed. Ishiki responded to this with caution. Instead of reacting, he merely asked Boruto what he meant by those words. Sasuke too wanted to know what Boruto meant by this, and that's when it would be revealed that what Boruto is referring to is something he heard during the fight against Boro. Something about a plan, and that with Boruto the pressing time limit on those plans had been lifted. The plan being to grow the divine tree using Boruto somehow. So it's not that Boruto physically can't be killed, but Ishiki needs him and so he won't kill him. The story then goes back to the Leaf Village where we have Amado, Shikamaru, Kawaki, and others in hiding. Amado, essentially being the encyclopedia on the Otsutsuki, would fill in the others on what Boruto has to do with Ishiki's plan. The 10 Tails is the seeding for growing the divine tree. It's the start, but in order for it to grow, it doesn't need water and sunshine. It can't just be buried in soil. There's a special condition. The Otsutsuki need to feed a living Otsutsuki to the 10 Tails, which is wild, and explains why the Otsutsuki have always been on Earth in pairs. First Kaguya and Ishiki, then for example Momoshiki and Kinshiki, and that was a lot of Shikis. Anyway, a living sacrifice is required, and so it makes sense there would be two on Earth. Before going any further, the chapter then brings us back to Ishiki, who apparently until now wasn't aware Boro had died. They had lost contact with him, but he hadn't even considered the possibility of Boro being defeated by someone like Boruto. It was here that Boruto would deliver the finest dialogue to ever touch the pages of Boruto, saying in response to that, it wasn't just him that defeated Boro, it was Kawaki and the others. Konoha Genin are, and I quote, legit. Sasuke would try to jump in here, adding that Konoha already knows about the divine tree, 10 Tails, and why Kawaki is needed, but man, Ishiki would shut all that noise up saying, what good is knowledge when they don't have the power to stop him? He's right. Boruto would then have a pretty defining moment for his character. Sensing Ishiki coming for an attack, he would pull out a kunai, and Sasuke knew what this was about to be. He pulled out the kunai and put it to his own neck, reminding Ishiki that Konoha Genin are legit, saying that Ishiki better not dare move a finger because he's not scared to use it, threatening to end his own life to prevent Ishiki's plans. Big moment coming from the same Boruto that not too long ago never wanted to get his hands or clothes dirty. At this point, it's safe to say he's become a real ninja. We then go back to Amado, who would confirm that yes, 10 Tails needs a sacrifice to transform into the divine tree, and that this is the reason Otsutsuki invade planets in pairs. One gets eaten and the other watches over the tree's growth until the fruit develops. But Amado and Kawaki would remind us not to forget, they have karma. The sacrificial Otsutsuki uses karma to prepare a vessel ahead of time for resurrection, so a sacrifice in that they pass away for a while and entrust the other, but they do come back to life later, so not a true sacrifice. Amado would here theorize that with Kaguya being a lower ranking Otsutsuki, it would make sense that she was the one to be sacrificed, which is wild if you think about how much trouble she was in the end. She wasn't even the higher ranking of the two. Because Kaguya became a traitor, Ishiki had to live on and plan alone. In the words of Shikamaru, he would have to feed himself the 10 Tails to make the divine tree grow. Because there were no other Otsutsuki, and to my surprise, out of everyone in this room, excluding Amado, it was Sumire who realized Ishiki's plan is to use Boruto instead of himself as the sacrifice for 10 Tails. Back to the fight, we have Boruto still threatening to end his own life, which honestly didn't faze Ishiki much because in the next moment he vanished, forcing Boruto to begin moving the kunai closer to his neck, but this wouldn't matter because in an instant, it shrunk from Ishiki's jutsu. Sasuke at this point had enough of all this, now telling Boruto to run because they can't win against Ishiki, adding that their only hope is to buy more time. Seeing the legend Sasuke himself say this hurts, I won't lie, but forget all that because 1 second after saying that, Sasuke's face was in the dirt. Ishiki surprised him and Boruto, taking out Sasuke, forcing Boruto to then try and counter with a Rasengan, but that was nothing to Ishiki. He easily countered this counter, grabbing Boruto's arm and saying, I don't plan to kill you, in that you're correct. However, boom, without hesitation, he broke Boruto's arm. basically saying, I won't kill you, but I will hurt you. I'm not scared to get close. Standing on top of Boruto, he'd now declare to him what the plan is. Since Boruto is so willing to die, he happily let him know that he's going to be eaten by 10 tails. Amato would continue his games, letting them know that Boruto seems like he'll grow into a powerful Otsutsuki. There are apparently variations to chakra fruit. A healthy tree will bear plump, high-quality fruit similar to an apple tree or orange tree. Kawaki would speak up during this conversation, asking Amato how much of this is going as he planned, basically saying he doesn't trust Amato, and neither do I. Amato was surprisingly calm during all this, so it's fair to think he has something up his sleeve. Amato didn't care about any of that though, simply stating that he makes the best choices available to him. So yeah, this man definitely has something in his pocket. He'd then pick at Kawaki, asking whether it's powerlessness that's irritating him or grief over losing his karma. I think the answer is simple. He's powerless. The world is at stake and he can't do anything but sit by. His brother, his father, and Naruto are in danger and he can't do anything. Back to the fight, Naruto was struggling to find Ishiki and the others when he began speaking with Kurama. This is where things take a turn. Naruto speaking to Kurama would make it clear he's fighting to the end even if it means he ends up a corpse. Kurama would here confirm like, are you serious? You're willing to die here, right? In the face of this danger, Naruto could only say there's no other choice. Which is true. I mean, he'd fought Ishiki before and got destroyed, and right now it seems like nothing is making a dent in this guy. They can't even get close. Kurama would now bring it up, an ace up your sleeve kind of move, that's do or die. But since Naruto plans on dying either way, now's the time to bring it up. And you might wonder, why didn't this come up sooner? Because Naruto was near the brink of death not too long ago when they last fought Ishiki. But hey, I guess Kurama wasn't ready to speak on this just yet. I guess he had faith back then that things would be okay, and Naruto hadn't expressed that he's literally willing to die. This is do or die. So I guess now is the perfect time. Ishiki would still be standing over Boruto, talking shit basically, like he has the whole chapter, when suddenly Naruto would appear out of nowhere, kicking the life out of his alien body, grabbing Boruto, whose first thought was to tell him to get away or he'll be killed. Naruto would remind him that he is the Hokage, and fair enough. It's sad to say because Boruto is his son, but the Hokage's job is to protect everyone. His own father, Minato, died doing just that, and it makes sense that Naruto himself feels the exact same way. The generous Ishiki would offer them the option of giving him Kawaki's location in exchange for letting them go for the time being, but no, that wouldn't do. Naruto would now announce to Kurama that he's ready, confirming again that he's been ready for this moment since he became the Hokage. No, before that, ever since he decided he wanted to be the Hokage. With that came a burst of smoke. To the surprise of everyone, characters and readers, came Naruto cloaked in nine-tailed chakra like we've never seen before. It was a new form. One we don't get a full look at just yet, but a new form is here, possibly the final form. Because this moment, this fight could lead to the death of Naruto that was foreshadowed at the beginning of Boruto. If this isn't it, I think we'll all be kind of upset. Not because that would mean Naruto sticks around longer, but because if this isn't the climax, what would be? Now we don't know what's so special about this form, but god am I excited to see what it is, since this could be the end of Naruto Uzumaki. Now in this chapter, Sasuke honestly got slapped around a lot. He didn't contribute anything and looked weaker than we've seen in a while. This could be the build up for something huge, because it's hard to imagine Naruto being the only sacrifice for a victory, especially one this big. Since the end of the Great Ninja War, it's always been the two of them side by side, and I imagine it'll stay that way now to the end. Let's not forget he lost Naruto once when he sacrificed himself to save the village from an Otsutsuki attack. I don't think he'll allow that to happen again. And let's remember, in the beginning of Boruto, both Naruto and Sasuke were gone. So something is in store for him. I can't imagine he'll go out pathetic. If this is the end of Naruto and Sasuke, it'll be done right. With that said, this is the end of the chapter. I hope you enjoyed the video. In the comments, let us know what you think, and be sure to drop a like and subscribe to Plot Armor for more Boruto content. And for even more Plot Armor content beyond what we upload on YouTube, be sure to check out our Patreon link in the description. We will have access to bonus content like the art in our thumbnails, manga spoiler discussions, and more. Until next time, I'm KJ. Have a great day. Bye.